Kona Big Wave. We call it liquid aloha for a reason. Golden, refreshing, and full of that island feeling. And we've bottled up that feeling in music form with our Liquid Aloha playlist. Tap the banner to listen now. Copyright 2025 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. Mahalo for enjoying responsibly.
The summer's here, and Burlington's bringing that heat. They're also bringing the savings, so soak them in. I'm heading to the store because I need new swimwear, and there's always a brand name I look good in at a price I can't put down. Actually, summer styles for the whole family are rating at up to 60% off other retailers' prices every day. That's right, so go now. Burlington, deals, brands, wow. Styles and selections vary by location. The DQ Sauce and Tossed Chicken Strip Baskets have more flavor than your taste buds know what to do with. We start with all white meat, breaded, seasoned, and fried to crunchy perfection. Next, we double down and toss them in honey barbecue or new buffalo sauce. Serve them up with DQ fries, Texas toast, and house-made Hidden Valley Ranch, and you've got flavor on flavor on flavor. Get the Sauce and Tossed Chicken Strip Basket in honey barbecue or new buffalo right now at DQ. Happy tastes good. Participation may vary.
Mom and Dad seem different after a European-style holiday at MSC Cruises.
Call us Cloud and Yvette.
The ship had restaurants, shops, and nightlife.
La Galleria.
And of course, American touches, like an aqua park and a sweets shop.
American, je ne sais quoi.
Mom, you're from Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, Kevin. Book now and save up to 40% off, plus get sale free. MSC Cruises. Let's holiday. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Hey, yes. You fucking tried.
Yeah. There we go. 1, 2, 3. I looked at sure 'cause I was just like, no. I wanted to make sure I caught you. But it sounds like you're on your lunch break, right? Mm. I'd be wondering too. I'll be like, what's up? What's up with your Cash App? It should be jumping right now. You should have nothing but inputs. You should have nothing but I received, I received, I received. I'd be confused too before you. I feel like your phone don't work for it. I feel like it should be paying you. We be talking about it. You could be a CEO. You could be a CEO. I feel like you are a CEO, but like in your mind, but like not in your mind. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, I'm there with you. I'm so there with you because I feel like you do a lot, and I feel like sometimes you're not given the opportunity to do enough. I was just like, what? Why? Why? Like he was telling me, like Isaac definitely could have picked up music, and I was like, you would have been right there. Who would have been angry? It always you always could have picked me up. I'd be angry about it. That's why sadly I'm like, how out of the three of whatever you have as gremlins, Sean manages to be the one I would be like, Dominic, I wish I was your brother. And I was like, Isaac was going through it and never called me. And I was always a walk away. Like he could have just walked to Nana's house and I would have just been there. You know what I mean? Like he don't even play the game with me, and all I do is make him better. Literally, all he screams is, "Yo, I know." I'm like, you do nothing with it. Nothing. He's good on his own. Don't get me wrong, but like, is what's the point if you can't work in a group? Makes no sense. That's why I'd be so shocked. I'm like, Sean, you still around? We be there. I'm like, how? How does somebody let this happen? Who knows? Yo, because they don't be loud enough. I'm like, where are you guys? And I would never ever want to get into Nyla. I don't know what she does for a living. Nyla, like, oh, this one has crit rate. I never knew that. No, I was saying like, out of the three of your little gremlins, you have or like whatever children. Like sometimes I'll be like, yo, why does none of them like talk or at least talk to me like because you're very vocal and like we always have the most amount of fun, especially when you're around. So I'm like, I know she definitely be yelling in the house because when all they come to us to do, oh, all my mom do is yell this, yell that. I'm like, and you do nothing? What? My mom don't even talk to me or didn't. Abiel, she didn't ever really talk to me at all. It is, but like I just be sitting here like, why? Why? You just chose to not want to be around for real, for real. You know you could have just told everybody, hey, come in the living room. Hey, I bought this board game. No, not for real. Only when we have like these family occasions, and that's usually when you're there. But when you're not there, she isn't. Like I have to go to her. That's so rare. She does not do that often. That's not even like once a month. It's not even like once a month. It's just the fact that she's in my okay, but how many times have me, my mom, and Sean watched the movie together? How many times has me, you, and my mom watched the movie together? You know how easy it would be in the house, but like, you know how easy it is for us to all get together? We're like literally less than a 20-minute drive almost for almost 15 years plus. We were all there. She knows she could do it. She knows if she said something, we'll all do it. But No, that's not a while. Not to me. But that wasn't enough though. When did we do it? Every now and then. How long have we been a family? Way longer than that. I'm 24 years old. We haven't even done it for every single day or every single night in an entire year. We haven't had dinner together for every single night for over an entire year since you moved to North Plainfield. No, 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 I'm saying like if you was to put all the times that we've done it together and then line it up in a year for like you get one a night, we wouldn't have enough to fill up a calendar. For how many years? That's not a long time. Well, how many times have we played Monopoly together? How many times have we had game nights? So exclude her, but now I'm talking more so you. You know how easy it is to go over there and actually have fun? We don't have the space at Putnam. Putnam, you didn't really have the space for that. You had to try to get in the kitchen. And when you did get there, we had like the weakest AC. And we didn't play anything. We didn't really do anything. So, and nobody really wanted to be at Nana's house. But those aren't even organized by my mom for real. So like usually I have to do something. It's typically because I know Jerry will like come up. So I just be like, okay, well, like I'll come out there. Precious barely ever do. And in Shriva, we all know Shriva don't come out of her room. Where at Putnam? No. No, that's just some of our daily lives. Because we were like so smack close together. But an actual organized, like, hey, let's get together, there's no conversation in that. We're just walking around the house. But that's just what it looks like. So like Jerry could be playing the game. Joey could be playing the game with Jerry in the room. And then like, Precious will be watching TV. Shriva will be like doing homework, or and then maybe like Justice is probably like in the living room watching TV. So if you're on the phone with somebody, they're gonna walk around the house, and then by the time they get to the kitchen, you only see me if they pop into the room. So like you just get walked through the house, but like we're not together though. We're not like I didn't set the phone up and we didn't all just sit on the couch and talk to you. I did. I had a girlfriend, I had a job, and then I ran track and I did sports and football. No, because I have to come home to and from every single time. And even then, I already knew we weren't doing anything, so I had to fill my own schedule. It's not like it's no. We didn't make a bunch of them, and we definitely didn't. And the only person that made them was Precious. I didn't make that many. Who? Sister Hope? You said Sister Hope? I should have. Um, I just always know that like whenever I do talk to her and I actually try to like me personally, like I'll try to like talk to her to try to get like help because I just be like, oh, like I'm going through something and everybody thinks this, and I asked her for what she thought and she was like, oh well, I don't think that. And I was like, oh well, can you speak up for me? And every time I try to talk to Priscilla, I'm sorry, Auntie Priscilla, she'll be like, "Oh, well, they all said this. Shriva didn't agree to that. Shriva didn't say that. You said that." After I literally was just like, "Oh, but like I tried to tell her about it. I was just like, oh, well, I told this person. They didn't say anything about that. You know, this person thinks this." So individual conversations, I'll be like, "Oh, well, this is what we talked about," and then I tell her, and she's like, "Oh, well, I just talked to them." And or I went to go talk to them, and they didn't agree. I feel like a callback, and then I try to revisit the conversation, and then it just sounds like I have continuous broken conversations because even she gets stuff wrong. Like Ayana got called and I was like, "Oh, we kidnapped Dominic," but like they thought she was my mom, so they said, "Oh, it was like we kidnapped your son," and it was asking for ransom money, and like. Then she told Priscilla and she called me. Oh no, she called my dad or she called me. I didn't answer. My dad, he was like, "Oh, Priscilla's calling you," or Priscilla to answer the phone. I was like, I don't know why she calls me. She doesn't do that. So I just be like, I don't like she's not supposed to do that. What are you calling me for? I would be like, yo, if she was calling me, like I wouldn't know why I would answer the phone. I promise you, I've never seen a moment where like she's just gone out of her way to really talk to me, unless like it was genuinely like money involved, and that's usually just because I need something. So I just be like, hey, I need this, and then like that's why. So when like I called her and she told me to call Ayana, she kind of roughly explained the situation to me. She told me to call Ayana. I called Ayana. Ayana told me what happened, and then when I tried to talk to Priscilla about it, maybe a couple days later, she was like, "Oh, I think she randomly brought it up, but it was just like, oh, Dominic, you faked your kidnapping to Ayana because like you needed money or something like that." I was or like it was or they knew it was you the whole time or like you they said it was her cousin, and I was like, that none of what you just said ever truthfully happened. Ayana called me and told me that they one thought she was her mother, she was my mother, and I was like, so you think Ayana's my mother? And then she was just like, and they needed ransom money, and they had somebody who sounded like you, and she recorded it. She has the voice memo. So I was just like, oh, so you be doing the same stuff I be doing. But I'm just, because like, I'll be like, yo, people come up and they say stuff in general. And I'll be like, I don't know if y'all heard yourselves. That's why I'm just saying, I'm like, yo, that just be annoying. But at least she talked to me though. Because like, I talk to her consistently sometimes. And then other times she'll just be like, Dominic, don't be calling me because you're bored. And then every time I call her, she still picks up the phone. But like, she'll still talk to me though. And when I need something, she still gets it for me. But like when it comes to like, in the house, the only time they come over to me to say anything is usually to be like, if the movie came out and it was new once, we'd be like, let's get together. And then you probably look at it and it's just like, okay, well, you watch a movie, maybe it takes like 2 hours, let's say 3 hours, it's a 3 hour movie. Typically they watch TV for like I'll say like 8 hours. So you have the 3 hour movie and then they have 5 hours to themselves. That happens maybe, I don't know, once every blue moon? I don't know. So then you have more so like 1,000 hours of TV watch time, and we have like 3 hours of like a family movie, and we only really do it when they release stuff family wise, and we all gotta watch it once anyways. So that stuff shouldn't even really count. You know how many times they all get together to just want to do the same activities because you know the people around you should like, trust, and get closer to? And then sometimes you want to try it, but you can't. Because then it just be like, oh, well, there's more pieces to the puzzle. We have family and cousins, and we have other places that we could go where there's actually more space where you could like it, but then we just don't really do it. And then you're like, oh, well, Isaac think I'm weird as a mom because I will call him like 3 times a week. Do you think that's weird? I'm like, oh, my mom don't ever really call me. No, I don't think that's weird. Would I have it and like it? Yeah, it'd probably be cool. But I haven't had that. At max, like I just make sure to call Priscilla for a really long time, at least like once or twice a month. And then just ask her for just random stuff that I need. And other times, like I make sure to bother her while she's at work. Because I've been to her house while she's at work. She's not always on the phone and not even always there. And other times she will literally drop the laptop in the car. I was like, well, I already know your schedule. You're kind of there. You look like you're at work, sometimes bored. You just look bored overall half the time. I know when we do get together, you like talking, you have fun. And then other times you'd be like, why don't you ask me about this time of my life? You never asked me about my 20s, Dominic. You never asked me about my 30s, Dominic. Why do this? Why do that? And it'd just be like, she'll tell me that when we're in person and I'm at her place and it'd just be me and her, she's at work. Or like, even if she was like off the clock. So I'll just be like, I see that some people make the effort, but other times you guys are a lot closer than you seem. And it's just like, I feel like it's a stretch from me to her because I would just be like, why are you even doing this now? I yelled at her about it in the car when she was trying to bring me back to Houston. I threw a whole fit. I be wanting to sideways kick her in her face, drop her jaw. I'll be like, where have you been? Like I try to explain my whole college stuff to her. She will always switch the story up because she know I'm about to yell at her. Cause I'm like, what are you talking about? You know that's not what happened. And then I just be like, well, why weren't you there? She was like, I would have made sure you went to a PWI. Well, thanks for telling me now. And on top of that, then she'll always bring it up. And I was just like, I didn't tell them to take me out of college in general. If I want to switch colleges, that doesn't mean drop the loan. I can't switch colleges without the loan. And then on top of that, you want to say, oh, we're going to get the house fixed. And then you flop. Where are you now? And I still have no job. But I could have stayed in school. And I'm not stupid. But y'all think I can't sit here and talk to y'all about how we're at least not closer or haven't been, and now we're across the country? What is this? Because who's about to complain now? All of my siblings? Houston. Where y'all go? Are y'all going to take me? Probably not. And then Priscilla, she has her own place. And it's not that big. And all she did was call me before she bought it to tell me, oh, no, she called me after she bought it. And then told me she didn't like Nyla or how she was like trying to raise her kids or Grant or something like that. And then, cause I think she told me a whole story about Nyla trying to tell Grant to go fight white kids in school. And then she was just like, oh, they offered me a bigger house at a cheaper price. But instead, I just got the smaller house because I was like, what do I need this for? And then she was just like, oh, well, Nana Edna definitely be sitting there and she was just like, oh, well, she could have came and stayed with me and I would have had extra rooms and Blessing's having a baby. But now she's just like, oh, I'm kicking everybody out of my place. Because Isaac was there. She called Isaac. And then Blessing's up there. She's with the baby. She's just like, oh, you got to go get your own place. And then she keeps Zoe. And I know I can't stay down there for some reason. She told me, go tell your dad to do his job or let your dad do his job. By just putting me more on his insurance and crap. Like, I'm like, what? Why do you even like all he do is smoke and drink and you know that? Why do you even want me next to him? She literally told me before we even left, Dominic, if like I'm the type of person, if you're here and you work with me, like or if you're here and you stay with me and you have a job, I'll wake up at like 4 a.m. to drive you to your job and pick you up. She was like, and still work my job. But I can't stay with her. And I just be sitting there like all I do is burn people battery house by not really being around them. I just be like, what are y'all doing? And then everybody, and then I be trying to talk to Nana Edna. Oh, I'm like, what was the point with you in the house? And then on top of that, if I was there long enough, it would just be clean. Adaya.
I alone will decide whether it is sugar or for batter. I'll do my best. Quickly and swiftly. You are everyone. My in the name of Montes. Still recognize me? Is that it? Something smells good. Gently dust it. From Amari to the Pantanis. A pure import. Chillax evermore. My island. Very shy. My island. My island. My island. Like sky. Victory! Impressed. Sometimes you need to stop and masterpiece. Still magnificent. Impressed. Still decent. Glorious. Superheroes. Still magnificent. Can you keep up?
The story is unfolding. The lament is not an entirely unpredictable natural disaster. To confront one's enemy, one must first understand. However, even now, we can only anticipate and warn of the lament's coming. Advanced predictions, including those of the Etheric Sea and the Tacet Fields, remain beyond our reach. Our battle against the lament cannot be won by a chosen few. Every soul must join. The lament is our shared enemy, tearing apart the land and ripping people from their homes, their lives. It will take everyone to build a world that can thrive amidst so much ruin. This is something only we, as human beings, can achieve.
Another one. Is this how the Black Shores was found out? It was like looking at a mirror into the past.
This craftsmanship. A wise investment. Can you keep up? Can you keep up? Badly. The wild has been dyed red. Be thine to die. Clinging to your sides for so long. Embrace the oneness.
It's now or never.
Did somebody say no ad libs?
Can you keep up?
Hey, fungi.
Masterpiece.
Nigga.
You gotta admit that's how God is. Thank you for listening. I guess now is the time to give you guys a very important message that you can leave out of here with. Block that whole mix. Block that mix. You got it. Our true so so massively reality is like this duality of love and brutality. It's a calories. Step on a bus. He's getting up, demon. I need you to understand. Hey, my son. Our true so divine. Driven by Shoot shots. Stop you. Every gun is popping like a gun that smoke that push until I get racks like dry cleaners in the back. Our true soaked in
Kick off summer with Memorial Day savings at Lowe's. Right now, get 5 Scott's Naturescapes 1.5 cubic foot mulch bags for just $10. Plus, get up to 40% off select major appliances and save an extra $50 on every $500 you spend on select major appliances, $396 or more. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 5/28. Mulch offer excludes Alaska business.
Here before me. Appear before me. I can handle this. Evil be gone. Rejuvenating snow. Universe is my sight teacher. Appear before me. She lasts evermore. Rejuvenate snow. Appear before me. The world is mine.
Masterpiece complete. I
Mm-hmm.
love the sound, that's for sure. I love the sight, that's for sure, of a battle.